Okay, we are watching a game by Tsundere, who is playing Baptiste on Circuit Royale. This is what they said. This is Plat 2. This is one of the few games I played where I felt like the other team was just better and more coordinated. Normally I think most games are winnable, but these guys felt different to play against. I don't know. I can usually tell when I made a bad play or when I could have done something differently, but I do not remember the game at all. I want to be able to hit at least high diamond, and I think I have the potential to, so any Bap tips would be appreciated. I mainly play Kiriko and Anna, and only started playing Baptiste at the end of Season 1 for Overwatch 2. Okay, so let's take a look at the game. So for starters, looking at your tank, you have a Zarya, who's like kind of brawly. It's good, right? Baptiste is generally considered a good brawl support, often played with Rein. For example, Rein, Risa are common choices that people play Baptiste with. Your other support is a Kiriko, very flexible, can do just about anything. And then you have a Sojourn and an Echo. So in this lineup, I would expect for you to be pocketing the Zarya, and I expect your Kiriko to certainly be the only one who heals the Echo, and probably do most of the healing for the Sojourn as well. Ultimately, it's a very safe lineup. I mean, other than the Echo, I don't think any of you are really pickable. So a pretty beefy lineup. Let's run through and see how it goes. Yeah, I don't really know why you're spamming right now, because then when you need it, you could, like, let's say somebody peeked right there, right? So someone takes damage, then you're in a reload animation. Like, just chill. Okay, so with Baptiste, right? There's only two generally, agreed upon patterns that you'd be doing. Okay, you do either shoot, heal if you're trying to maximize damage, or shoot, heal if you're trying to maximize healing. Because as a reminder, as Baptiste, you can always weave a shot in between heals and still have 100% healing. If you do 2 shots, it reduces your healing a bit. So I'm going to be looking for whether or not you're doing the patterns correctly. So right here, I noticed that you're just shooting the Zarya, but you're not peeking at all. But why not, right? You can peek for free, like unless you get headshotted or something, but like you have to peek eventually, you know? You're not kind of hero who can just stand around a corner and just heal, and that's utility. A ton of your value comes from damage, so you should be peeking here and putting damage pressure down. Right? And I noticed that you're not doing that, right? See, you're just playing around the corner. You're playing so safe right now. And because you peak so late, you eat that Fire Strike. So you react to that Fire Strike with a shift right away, which I think is okay. I mean, I probably would have waited for the Kiriko heal, but again, you're shooting people who are full health, A. Right? And B, you're not following your Zarya at all. Right? These people are totally fine. Your Zarya is expecting healing here, right? Would we all agree? Like, our Zarya was expecting healing. Now, right, you could have crossed behind the cart with the Zarya up over here if you wanted to, or just played behind the cart. But now you're super out of position, right? Because what are you going to do to help your team right now? You're going to try to aim, like, grenades over here, try to get healing in? I don't think so. Right? And because you didn't go with the Zarya, your Kiriko went with the Zarya, and that means your Kiriko's out of position. If you swap positions with you and the Kiriko, right, and you were playing, let's say, over here, then the Kiriko could heal the Echo, and you could be pocketing your Zarya, and you'd be running over the enemy team. Instead, you're, like, way out of position. Don't even bother trying to right-click out of here. Like, it's not worth your time. Right? Lots of right-clicking, no left-clicking. Okay, again, you could have weaved, you could have literally done, so Baptiste does 75 damage per shot, right? 25 times 3 when you're when inside of fall-off distance. Okay, let's count on this Rein how many shots you could have gotten. That's 1. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You could have done 9 times 75 damage right now, right? So I can't do the math off the top of my head, but it's over 500 damage, not including armor, if you had been weaving shots in between your healing and lost 0 healing whatsoever. So for starter, I mean, honestly, I'm like kind of surprised that this is high plat, because I mean, part of it could be is that you're just way better, because you mentioned that you play typically Anna and Kiriko. You're possibly just way better on your other heroes. I would expect that you're significantly worse on Baptiste than your other heroes, just from the fact that I'm simply not seeing you damage almost at all. Right? You could have done so much damage there to the Rein if you had been weaving shots in. It's actually kind of crazy how much damage you could have done. He just left his back open to you the whole time. You could have shredded him. Right? But focus on the actual healing. Right, again, like you see the Echo over here is low, right? I would probably lamp there. She's critical. I don't have the ability to, like, that Sojourn could like right click her, right? Or just kill her with left clicks or whatever, right? I would probably just throw a lamp here just to make sure nobody dies. Right? You have lamp the entire time. Right? You're still trying to right click people out of the air. Your Zarya's taking damage. Right? You're not healing Zarya. You're not throwing. I throw lamp now, right? Get close, you throw, yeah. You can get close and throw, use regen burst as well, right? You use regen burst now when you are turned the corner, okay, and you could have just stepped to your left and healed it and saved your Zarya, right? And how much charge did your Zarya have? Yeah, she has 55, 58, 4. Right? She would have gotten out 50 energy right here, 46 energy if you had just healed right there, but you didn't. So let's roll this back and watch this from the Zarya perspective, because I'm pretty sure that's right here. I think it's the last healing that Zarya gets. Yeah, from this point in time, the Zarya never gets healed by you again. Right, the Kiriko's healing, but you haven't done any healing to the Zarya. Still looking. Right, Zarya. Okay, so let's figure out how long was it that your Zarya did not get healed by you. And remember when I said that your primary goal here should be to heal a Zarya, right? You're a bro here, right? The whole point is that you kind of support your Zarya here. Okay? So from this moment, right, where she takes damage right here. So 102, right, is when she hit that shot. Okay, so for 18 seconds, you did not heal your Zarya. That has to be, I do this regularly for VODs, that has to be the longest period that I think I have seen where you physically could have healed your Zarya at almost any point in time there, but you did not, right? Let's watch it from your perspective, right? Was anything happening that was truly that important? Right? Nope. Got some people who are you know, full health, okay? Kind of shooting this right in the back, trying to heal the Echo, okay? Zarya's dropped now. Could be healed. Could be healed. Or rather, the Echo dropped, right? Zarya dropped. Zarya can be healed. Zarya can still be healed. Zarya can still be healed. Zarya can still be healed. Zarya... Yeah. As somebody who also plays a lot of tank, this would be extraordinarily frustrating to me because I'd be very confused. I'm like, wait, okay, like I know where Kiriko died, but my Baptiste is still alive, and I can look back there, I can tell that you're not under pressure, right? You're not like taking damage, you're not being dove. I would have expected to get healing certainly when I dropped, if not getting right-clicked when I was on the bridge, which is not that hard to do because she's a large hitbox. But that is a comically long period of time that you did not heal the Zarya. So, yeah, I mean, the short answer is heal your Zarya, A, right? And B is weak damage it, right? So far we've identified two really major items that you're just straight up not doing. Alright, so your Zarya has already given up on playing Zarya and has decided to go Winston. Which, you know, is okay. It's not great, I think, on this map. The Echo dying here, I don't know. We qualify this as your fault. Yeah, Echo's full health. Alright, so you H that shot there, and you heal her. Yeah, that's fine, she's fully healed. How does she die here? Yeah, she just got blown up. Yeah, that's not you. I wouldn't have expected you to heal that. I don't think that's your fault. Okay, so again, now that your Winston's gonna be fully healed, right? Swing, right? Swing the angle, right? When your Winston's going in, swing here so that it gives you the visibility, right? Not so wide, but enough that you can start putting some damage down on the target, right? If the ride's playing too close. Right? It's also okay to shoot the shield. Shooting the shield is totally okay. Right? So you can see right now, I can tell that your tank is much worse at Winston than they are at Zarya. Why? Because they don't know that they need to jump, right? He's just kind of standing here, zap, 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 zap on the Rhine, right? Then he puts down bubble. This is a bad bubble, okay? He's just getting obliterated right now. He's feeding ult charge, right? And you could argue this is a consequence of the fact that he didn't get killed in Zarya. If you healed Zarya and then he's a 50 energy plus Zarya who's, you know, fully alive, has all the bubbles back, obviously they never go Winston. So again, small things can trigger large consequences. By the way, you can jump over Shatter, but I wouldn't. In this situation, I wouldn't have expected the Shatter, right? Because of how far back we are. It's around the corner, and it's also very early, and I would not expect the Ryan to get Shatter that early. But so right here, throw a lamp. Right, good. You're right-clicking lots of people who are full health. I don't know if you don't have allied health bars on, but if you don't, I would suggest turning on allied health bars. But I suspect it's more you're just having trouble processing information. Okay, your Winston's in, okay? For the record, you didn't even finish healing the soldier. Right? Like, you're firing to the right instead of to the left. Like, what is this? You see? Right? The soldier's on your left over here. It's injured. Okay? You could easily fire to the left and heal. But instead, you fire to the right for, you know, whatever reason. Okay, I think this is a reasonable window. You and the soldier can benefit from. I think also it's totally fine to use window selfishly as Baptiste. I think there's a lot of scenarios. I would honestly have put this further forwards because I can see that my echo's ahead and I want my echo to use it too. And the Rhine, if I put the shield right here and my Rhine's already half health, the Rhine is not going to walk through the shield, the window, and be like, oh, I'm just holding on a tank, because he's going to die, right? He has to continue backing up in the situation. I probably would have been more aggressive with the window. But I think ultimately it's a good window. Okay, so why are you putting down lamp right now? What did you see here that made you think right now is a good time to throw lamp? The widow is dead, so there's no one-shot potential here, right? The soldier is extremely low. You are up by one person already, and the other ones are retreating around the corner. Why are you throwing lamp here, right? I feel like you're just hitting buttons. You're just like, oh, I really want to make sure I don't die in window, but there's nothing here to actually kill you. Okay, so again, you really didn't do very much there. Your team just carrying you. I also don't see, you said, oh, like, you felt like the team was like so much more coordinated or whatever. I'm not seeing that either. Okay, Rhine's come to contest. So, the Rhine drops to contest. I'm like, oh, shoot, this is unusual. Your instinct here should be, I don't want to stay in range of the Rhine. Step back. Okay, if the Rhine's going to block it, he's going to block it. There's no way that I can cap this before he lands on the cart. You know what I mean? Like, this is still 4 seconds away from capping. It's just impossible for me to stop this from capping. If he wants to prevent it, that's fine. Just back up here and then shoot him. Right? Instead, let's look what you actually end up doing. You walk forwards, right? And then you start backing up, but now it's too late. And now you're on the cart. And now you're forced to jump away. And now you're not doing damage. Right? It's like, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, did it matter? No. But in other situations, you're developing bad habits where you're just not reacting correctly to the situation. This is all pretty fine. Again, I don't know what you're saying is the other team was so much better and coordinated. Your team is rolling them right now, which is, despite the fact that I feel you have done very little this game. On like a 1 to 100 scale, I would say that you are a 25. So, would not be. Okay, so my general rule for regen burst is if I see anybody's critical, I pop regen burst. Okay? Because, yeah, maybe they wouldn't have needed it, but unless I can guarantee that they're going to be safe, I would pop regen burst to make sure they don't die. That's my #1 priority. Number 2, you actually have 3 heroes who are injured. This is a great time to use regen burst. It's crazy to me that you do not pop regen burst here. And of course, right, again, it's still crazy to me that you haven't popped regen burst because Winston's just face tanking and just gets blown up because you have so many things that could have saved him here. Okay? Like, this is really hard to watch. So, let's figure out what health does your Winston get you. Okay, your Winston is in the easiest possible position to heal. He's standing right in front of you, and the opposing team cannot shoot you. This is a 100% healing accuracy situation. I think we would all agree on that, right? There's no pressure on you whatsoever. You're just standing still. The tank is mostly stationary in front of you. The enemy team cannot pressure you. This is like shooting a bot. Right, walking around the practice range, you must land these shots. So from this moment, that heal, good. Right? Miss. Okay, you notice that it misses the Winston. Right? I know you're like trying to go to Kiriko. I think you missed the Kiriko as well because you shot under. Right? Heals only the Kiriko. Right? Who is now safer than your Winston is. The priority now should be to save your Winston. Miss. Right? Or at best a partial splash. And then he's dead. So he sat there for several seconds and got 1 healing grenade from you. That's brutal. Okay? Considering the fact that you also have regen burst and you have lamp there. It's actually bonkers. Do they actually prevent you from capping this? Yeah. Yeah, is he on the cart? Yeah, he's on the cart. So you guys didn't cap that. So that is like the easiest cap that you will ever get in your Overwatch career when the other team is still alive. All you had to do was heal your Winston there, and the Ryan can never walk forward and cap that. So 100% your fault. Like, virtually exclusively you could have capped that by simply either A, hitting your grenades, or B, pushing any of the other buttons that are available to you in order to heal your Winston. So I think reasonable to jump up here. I just don't think you can do anything now, right? Because they've gone in before you, right? You're playing as Baptiste. There's nothing you can do from low ground. You jump. The fight's already over, right? I would realize that coming up when I'm like, oh, I hear the shatter. I hear Winston or Bastion go. This fight's probably over, right? Like, what the heck are you gonna do at this point? Like, this isn't on you. There's just literally nothing you can do in this situation. It doesn't matter how good your aim is. Like, I guess you can maybe kill this Genji. Reaper killed one, but I still don't think that you should win this fight. And you are not. I think all of this is just wasting time and wasting resources. But I mean, your Kiriko path, or you did rush rather, so is what it is. Don't die to this. Okay, so your tank, as is very common for tanks who don't get enough support, goes hog. Super common. It's they're like, okay, I'm not being healed. I'm just gonna go a tank where I don't need healing. So what I see, first of all, I'm like, man, I feel kind of bad. A, but B is now I think, okay, I can spend even less time healing and more time doing damage. Because what my hog is really gonna need is not healing, it's damage. I need to put more damage pressure on them to collapse them to give my hog chances to hug me. I don't know why you're right there. Okay, crazy thing that you're doing. Just I was already thinking this when you're going. I'm like, why are you even jumping around? Right, starting from here. Okay, great. Bastion ult. I can understand charging here. You're like kind of being evasive. Bastion's ulti's over. Stop jumping. Why are you jumping there? What possible reasoning could have been going on in your head? It blows my mind. This is Plat. What possible thing could you have thought is worthwhile to jump here? Right? Even if the Bastion wasn't here, what are you gonna do? Shoot the Genji who can deflect? Even if the Genji wasn't deflecting, you think you can hit 8 shots on the Genji before he gets any healing or dodges? Like, there's no way. There's zero chance that you're getting a kill here. But meanwhile, you're leaving yourself incredibly exposed in the air for lots of things to potentially kill you. This is just bad, terrible decision making, honestly. All right, now your team is super staggered, right? Because you're dead. They're dying now, right? Again, just lots of mistakes happening. The team is wiped. This fight's over, right? I like don't even go up there because what the heck are you gonna do? You just don't want to stagger again. Oh man. So this fight seems like it's winnable, okay? Because somehow your team managed to get some picks, which is incredible considering the situation that they were in. And now you're trying to win the 3-on-3. Here's the problem. This is a 3-on-3. You see how low your teammates are? Okay? You're not popping regen burst, which is also bonkers to me that you're not popping regen burst here. Like, you came in, they're all so low. Regen burst has 100 health plus 50 over time, and they're below 50%. Like, this basically brings the echo back to full if you pop shift here. Right? You still haven't popped regen burst. The echo was walking around with like 10 health this whole time. This is crazy. Oh man. Yeah, and of course, I just don't think you could have won. Even if you pop regen burst, I don't think you win this fight. And my instincts are I believe correct, because if you look at the fact the Ryan's gonna have shatter and 1 fire strike or a swing. Okay, then he shatters and it's over. Okay, I don't think that you commit any resources here. Everyone's really staggered. I also don't think the other team is so good, right? Like, think about it. Your team fought 4-on-5 without you and nearly won the fight. Let's just think about this. You did literally 0 in that fight, right? Because you showed up late, and the team still nearly won the fight. This feels like a very even game, but you personally are playing very subpar. Okay, yes, good. See, now you're good instinct. You just immediately shift, because I think it's good. You get so many good targets. So, your hog over there is whole hogging. Okay, probably to keep the Ryan from killing the rest of the team. Okay, throw lamp right here. I think that's a really good general thing, is like throw lamp to prevent people who are ulting from dying. I also see basically no evidence that you were able to weave at all. lot of things. Okay, I'm not gonna dwell on it. Many things have gone wrong. I'm just gonna skip forward to the end. Okay. So, why are you playing so far back to begin with? Right? You have to be able to see your Ryan at all times. Like, I don't even know why you're jumping right now. Like, why even jump? Just charge your boots, wait for the Bastion ulti to go, and then jump after it's coming towards you. Right? Lost 2, okay, which probably you could have saved if you were close enough to use regen burst. Right? Ryan shielding. Right? You have lamp for him. If you pop shift right there, your Ryan, who I believe is under 300 and yeah, so 312 health, right? Your Ryan would have gotten all 100 from this. Okay. You could have saved him just by healing. Okay. Then you're doing all this like ridiculous jump business back here when this is like the final fight. I guess you have one more fight after this. But once you lose control out here, it's gonna be, then you try to stay alive for no reason. It's 1 on 5. You come back out, and you're just never gonna be able to get there, right? They just have too much space control. It's just yeah. Oh my God! Why are you reloading? You have 23 shots left, 21 shots left, 20. Why are you reloading? You're full health. Oh man. Okay. So for starters, I would say, yeah. I would say it feels very clear to me that you do not know how to play Baptiste at the level that you're at, right, at Platinum. I don't even know that I would call this gold level Baptiste play. I would say this probably feels like silver-ish to me. Like I would say probably like mid to low silver is what it feels to me. Again, I believe that your Kiriko and Ana are probably much better, but at Baptiste, I think that you can't weave at all. You basically don't use regen burst. I don't think I ever saw you use lamp to actually save someone's life. You jump too much at the end for no particularly good reason. Window usage was okay. I will say, like, of all things, I'm not going to pick on the window usage because I don't think that's nearly as valuable. I would say probably in order: number 1, weaving damage in / trying to get more damage in. Period. Number 2, using regen burst to heal your teammates who are critical, and number 3 is actually using lamp as well. Right? It's just like kind of fundamentally, like I don't think your aim is that bad necessarily, but it's so I wouldn't focus on that, but just like literally just use your kit. Like all the abilities that you have, you're just not using them. And I think Baptiste is tough. I think Baptiste is definitely one of the harder supports to play because I think in many ways Baptiste is actually harder to play than Ana is from like an APM perspective, like actions per minute, because there's so much that you have to do, but it's more forgiving to Ana is if you miss shots. Okay, hopefully that's helpful.